All right, let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're looking at how the Papyrus BPApp literally transforms chaotic, manual workforce management into absolute HR mastery, specifically built for the Indian paper industry. I mean, if you're running a paper mill in India right now, you already know that managing your workforce is just as complex and, honestly, sometimes just as loud as running the actual machines. And you know the pressure? It's only going up. India's domestic paper market is absolutely booming right now. To put it in perspective, we're looking at projections hitting a staggering 23.84 million metric tons by 2025. That means you are operating in literally the fastest growing paper market on the planet. So with production practically doubling over the last 10 years, you really have to ask yourself, is relying on old spreadsheets, manual attendance registers, and paper forms putting your mill's compliance and 24/7 continuous operations at risk? Think about it. When a single paper machine goes down unexpectedly, that downtime can cost you over $20,000 a minute. Your HR operations absolutely cannot afford to be the bottleneck here. So, to break this down, our agenda today covers 6 core areas. We've got 1. Floor operations, 2. Payroll and compliance, 3. Performance and skills, 4. Budgets and lifecycle, 5. Self-service, and finally, 6. Analytics and integrations. Okay, let's kick things off with Section 1, Floor Operations, Building the Foundation. Everything starts with a unified employee master directory. Now, what's really cool here is that the system natively supports the continuous 3-shift rotation standard that is so crucial in Indian paper mills. Because those paper machines, they run nonstop, making shift handovers absolutely critical. The module actually automatically enforces minimum machine manning rules, so you're never going to start a shift without your mandatory machine tender, back tender, and helpers right there on the floor. And check out how seamless this is. A single biometric punch-in literally cascades through the entire system. Boom. It instantly validates your machine crews, runs absenteeism analytics in the background, and integrates right into your paid leave rules. It's tracking the whole shebang, from casual and sick leave all the way to your year-end leave encashment. Moving right along to Section 2, Payroll and Statutory Compliance, Processing the Core. If you work in HR or finance, this automated gross-to-net waterfall is going to be a total breath of fresh air. The system just instantly calculates those really complex cost-to-company structures, tracks the impact of any unpaid leave, and generates your bank advice files and payslips. No more of those manual data entry errors that just plague month-end processing, right? Because let's face it, manual compliance in India is a massive, massive risk. But the BPApp, it handles the heavy lifting. It automatically computes EPF, enforcing that 15,000 rupee wage ceiling, calculates ESI for folks earning under 21,000, and it even manages professional tax across different states. It natively tracks both the old and new income tax regimes straight from the payroll data, all while making sure broader regulatory checks, like POSH compliance, are actively monitored. Plus, there's a built-in compliance calendar that keeps you totally ahead of the game. It actively alerts you way before critical deadlines hit, like your TDS 24Q filings or the Factories Act muster rolls. It fundamentally shifts your HR team from constantly playing catch-up to actually being proactive. All right, on to Section 3, Performance, Training, and Skills Growing the Talent. In a hazardous environment like a paper mill, having a comprehensive skills matrix is an absolute game changer. It basically creates this awesome visual heat map of your workforce's capabilities. And more importantly, it integrates directly with production to guarantee that only certified operators with valid boiler or machine tender licenses are actually scheduled for those hazardous operations. And all of this skills tracking feeds right into performance and training. The system handles the entire appraisal cycle. It links 360-degree reviews and rating bell curve calibrations directly to targeted training programs. So, if there is a competency gap spotted out on the floor, the system instantly triggers a training needs analysis to get it closed right away. Now let's look at Section 4, Budgets, Hiring, and Exits, Managing the Flow. This right here is absolutely vital for plant heads. By taking your approved headcount budget plan and contrasting it against the real-time actual payroll costs broken down by specific cost centers, management can spot variances instantly. You can literally find and plug financial leaks way before they compound over the financial year. And when it comes to the flow of your employees, this pipeline tracks everything with incredible precision. It optimizes your time to hire right from the applicant tracking system, all the way through the employee journey to compliant exit interviews, complex gratuity calculations, and even automated PF transfers during the full and final settlement. Next up is Section 5, self-service, and expense claims, empowering the culture.
Honestly, the difference here is night and day. When you move from clunky manual HR to mobile-first employee and manager self-service portals, it means your factory floor workers can just pull out their phones to check attendance or download a payslip. And managers, they can approve leave and regularize attendance instantly, no matter where they are.
On top of that, the travel and expense submodule is brilliantly localized for India. It automatically enforces India-specific per diem limits based on city tiers. And the best part? It captures those vital GST input tax credits directly from uploaded hotel and cab invoices, feeding that data straight into finance without skipping a beat. Finally, we reach Section 6, Analytics and System Integrations, the boardroom apex. The integrated AI analytics here don't just give you a rear-view mirror look at what happened last month. They actually analyze attendance patterns, performance trends, and tenure to predict attrition risk. That means you can step in proactively to retain those highly skilled, certified machine operators way before they ever hand in a resignation letter. But the real superpower here is the cross-module integration. This isn't just some HR tool sitting in a silo. Your HR data natively dictates production schedules by enforcing machine manning. It feeds straight into your financial general ledgers, verifies quality control clearances based on lab tech certifications, and even validates contract labor invoices for procurement. It's just one completely unified, brilliant ecosystem. So when you consider that the typical ERP payback period in this industry is just 18 to 36 months, and that you're totally eliminating manual compliance risks and data entry errors, the only question you really have to ask yourself is this: when are you going to stop managing spreadsheets and start managing your strategy?